William would never have imagined that a simple act of generosity could change his life forever. While he was participating in a toy donation for an orphanage, an unexpected encounter was about to shake all his certainties. Among the crowd of children, his eyes fell on a boy. But he wasn't just any boy. His face, it was like looking back in time, like observing a living photograph of his own childhood. Every detail, from the shape of his eyes to the curve of his smile, seemed to cry out a mysterious bond. A mirror image that would awaken secrets buried for years, bringing to light a truth capable of shaking every fiber of his heart. If you love emotional stories that touch your soul, subscribe to the channel and stay with us until the end. This story will surprise you. William couldn't take his eyes off Kiara. The moment was full of emotions, and a truth as painful as it was inevitable was about to emerge. Kiara, with tears in her eyes, told him everything. William, when I found out I was pregnant, it was already too late to tell you. My parents were terrified that two young people could raise a child. They decided everything. They sent me away, with the promise that it would be for the best. Kiara's words were as heavy as boulders. William listened in silence, each sentence a stab to the heart. His hands shook as he tried to process that truth that had been hidden for too long. I didn't want to keep you away from Marco, she continued, her voice breaking. I had no choice. And when, years later, I finally heard from him, he had already been adopted by a wonderful family. I didn't want to upset his life. William looked down, overwhelmed by emotions. But in that moment, a certainty made its way through the pain. He could not allow his son to grow up without knowing him. He had lost 12 years, but now he would not lose even one more day. I want to know him, Kiara. I want to be part of his life, even if late. Kiara nodded, wiping away her tears. I'll talk to her adoptive parents. They're wonderful people, they'll understand. The next few days were a whirlwind of waiting and hope. The emotions of this story are strong, and now we want to know your opinion. What would you have done in William's place? Write it in the comments. William wondered what that first meeting with Marco would be like. What would he say? How would the boy react to knowing that the man was not just a kind volunteer, but his biological father? The phone rang. William's heart raced. It was Kiara. His parents agree. You can meet him on his birthday. The day of the party arrived faster than William had imagined. His heart was beating wildly as he approached the house. The door opened, and in front of him, with a shy but genuine smile, was Marco. Hi, do you remember me? Asked William, his voice breaking with emotion. Yes, you are the one from the donation day. Did you come for my birthday? William nodded, trying to hold back the tears. Yes, but not just for that. There's something important I have to tell you. Marco looked at him with curious eyes, while the adoptive parents and Kiara watched discreetly from afar. William took a deep breath. Marco, I am your biological father. Fell in the room, broken only by the rapid beating of William's heart. Marco remained still for a moment, then whispered, Really? William nodded slowly. Marco approached slowly, as if trying to understand if he was real. Then, in an unexpected and loving gesture, he hugged his waist tightly. I'm happy you're here. Tears began to roll down William's face. In that embrace, he felt all the weight of the lost years, but also the promise of a future full of moments to share. From that day on, William became a constant presence in Marco's life. He was not only a father, but a friend, a confidant. And over time, he also built a sincere and deep relationship with Marco's adoptive parents, a bond based on respect and gratitude. Life had given William a second chance, and this time he wouldn't waste it. Because true love, the authentic one, knows no barriers of time or distance. Sometimes, life surprises us with unexpected encounters, revealing deep bonds that seemed lost forever. This story teaches us that even after years of silence, it is always possible to find the path to the heart. But the story of William and Marco does not end there. In the days that followed that first incredible meeting, the air seemed to be vibrant with promises and uncertainties, as if every minute could reveal a new secret hidden in time. William, sitting alone in a silent room, thought back to that fateful moment with a mixture of joy and pain. The memories of his youth, those moments of shattered hopes and suspended dreams, mixed with an overwhelming emotion. Now, every tear shed had a new meaning. Every heartbeat was an ode to the future that opened up before him. During the following evenings, William spent hours on the phone with Chiara, recalling details of the past and trying to imagine what it would have been like to raise Marco side by side. In a diary worn by time, he wrote down every emotion, every word said during those intense meetings. His mind wandered between memories of a lonely childhood and the hope of being able to give Marco all the love he himself had always wanted to receive. Meanwhile, Marco, still shaken by the incredible revelation, began to put together the pieces of his identity. His eyes, which until recently had only known the carefree nature of a child, now searched for a deeper meaning in the future, a bond that went beyond the superficiality of a birthday. Every word, every look from William, seemed to tell of a love that could not be put on hold by fate. His curiosity grew, and with it the desire to know the story of the father he had just met. The evenings turned into intense encounters, deep conversations, sincere laughter, but also moments of silence full of unsaid questions. Marco's adoptive parents, initially hesitant, had now realized that this revelation did not threaten their affection for the boy, but enriched his life path. Their discreet presence, made of understanding glances and kind gestures, was a bridge between the past and the present, a tangible sign that love could expand in unexpected ways. On a warm spring afternoon, as the sun gently settled on Marco's face, William told him the story of his youth, of the broken dreams and regrets he had carried with him for years. Marco listened, enraptured, as if every word was a fundamental piece in rebuilding his identity. And it was in that moment, between tears and shy smiles, that the promise of a shared future became even stronger, illuminating the path of both. This story, full of emotion, remains an invitation to never give up, to always seek the light even in the darkest moments. Every hug, every sincere word, is a brick with which to rebuild the bridge between the past and the future. If you too have ever experienced the intensity of an encounter that changed your life, share your experience in the comments. Stay with us, because William and Marco's journey is only just beginning, and each new chapter promises to give us unforgettable emotions. Get ready to discover the sequel because the story doesn't stop here. Probably the next video that is about to appear on the screen will also be able to move you. Enjoy the viewing and see you at the next story. Remember to subscribe to the channel.